All right, let's derive some simple facts about these hyperbolic functions. And let's just write down, the hyperbolic sine. Whoops. Is e to the x minus e to the minus x over 2. I'm going to write down the hyperbolic cosine is e to the x plus e to the minus x over 2. Let's say some simple facts that the derivative with respect to x of the hyperbolic sine. Let's just look at that. What would you get? Looks like you get the hyperbolic cosine. Again, I'm looking at this, and I see that when I differentiate. All right? Let's write down d dx of the hyperbolic cosine. Again, we're looking at this. I differentiate that. What do I get? Well, it looks like I get the hyperbolic sine. Sorry about that. Not so bad. Pretty easy to derive by looking at those two facts. I'm going to put a Pythagorean down now. Let me start to erase. These are done. Sure, I can remember that, right? I'm going to write down. Let's see what I'm going to write down now. I'm going to take the sine and square it. And I'm going to take the cosine, hyperbolic sine, hyperbolic cosine. I'm going to square them both. Get 4 e to the 2x. Let's see, then you get minus 2, and then you get plus e to the minus 2x. I'm going to square the hyperbolic cosine. Then you get 4. Let's see what you get there. You get e to the 2x. Let's see, plus 2. And plus e to the minus 2x. All right, so I'm looking at these two, and I'm looking, what do I want to do with that? Make it look similar. Certainly, if I add the two together, it's not going to really work out so nicely. At least I don't think it's going to work out like what I call nicely. Like some say, oh, I'm surprised to see that. But if I were to subtract these things, let me write this down for you. If I were to take the cosine, let's see, hyperbolic cosine of h squared, and subtract away the sine, hyperbolic sine, square root of x, what would I get? I would get 4 over 4, which is just simply the number 1. So I'm going to say it's an interesting identity. So I'll write that down for you. And again, we're just doing a little bit of review of what a lot of students see at the AP level for calculus, all right? So I think I'm done with that. I've got a bunch of different things I've written down. And so where's it going to take you? I don't know, all right? I'm looking at the original problem, and certainly I don't want to go to like cubic identities, so I'm going to rewrite this in terms of hyperbolic sines and hyperbolic cosines. And let's see if we can do that, all right? So I'm going to take this over here, and I'm going to write it as hyperbolic sine of x times the hyperbolic sine squared. And what's that going to equal to? Again, I'm looking at this identity over here. That's going to be, let's see, hyperbolic cosine squared x minus 1 dx. All right, I'm going to start to erase things. I don't need this stuff anymore. I can remember that. I think I can remember that too now. And I'm looking at this and wondering, did it get any better for me? And I'm going to say maybe a u substitute is going to work out nicely. So I'm going to say u is equal to the hyperbolic cosine of x. And what's du going to be equal to? Hyperbolic sine. Okay, let's write this down now. put this over here. That's going to be u squared minus 1 du. Well, I can integrate that certainly. My star here. Remind me I got to go back to x's. It's going to be u cubed over 3 minus u plus some constant of integration. What's u? It was a hyperbolic cosine. I'm going to cube it now. Over 3 minus the hyperbolic cosine plus some constant of integration. Let's look at the k. So we got over here. Well, I'm seeing this part. I'm seeing this part. And I'm seeing the c. We're good to go on. Thank you.